Welcome back to Border Adventures, where on the face of it things seem to be going rather nicely. Did you manage to catch the last episode where plucky little Lille took on PSG in the French Cup and managed to beat them 3-0? Not bad, eh? Who's the only team to beat PSG this season? Guilty. Done it twice. How's the league going? Second in the table, getting closer to a Champions League qualification spot. Not bad, eh? Which makes it all the more disappointing that we're on the verge of getting sacked for the second time in a year. How has it come to this? I'm not entirely sure myself. Form looks pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, these results aren't terrible. Since the PSG game where we beat them 3-0, well, we went to Nice, who were in the top 6, and beat them 4-2. We did play pretty badly against Nîmes, to be fair. They were in the lower half of the table. We were drawing 0-0 and we liked the idea of keeping our run of green going, so maybe we pushed it a bit hard. We ended up losing 2-0, but we came back against Marseille. They were third in the table and we managed to beat them 2-0. Coufret and Prigent getting the goals for us before the game that I think has got us into trouble. French Cup quarter-final, which we toyed with the idea of coming back for, but we thought it's still only the quarter-final stage. We don't want to drag this season out too long. Let's see if we can squeeze our way into the semis and come back for that. Good plan, in theory. But we lost. Narrowly. It was a tight game. They took the lead through Moussa Dembele. Coufret got us back on level terms just a few minutes later before, as it looked like we were heading for extra time, Dembele managed to get on the end of another chance and put us out. And now we've got ourselves a meeting with the board to try and save our job. So we've been here before, haven't we? Except last time it was with Thomas Hitzelsberger, and maybe we were a little bit too aggressive in that meeting and he called security and escorted us from the building. So this time we're going to beg, we're going to plead, we're going to sob if we have to. Gerard Lopez says the board are very disappointed that you failed to achieve one of the objectives laid out in the club vision, which was to win silverware. In my defence, Gerard, we were never going to win Ligue 1 and we weren't in Europe, so the French Cup was it, and we came up against PSG and Lyon. Not sure I've really disgraced myself. Winning silverware was a big part of the club vision that you agreed to, and it's therefore disappointing that it hasn't happened yet. What happened? We tried our best and it wasn't enough. We'll be better next season and we'll bring silverware home then. That sounds like we're making promises we might not be able to keep and we'll be in the same position. So what's option 2? It's impossible to deny I haven't led the team to an adequate level of performance. I therefore feel it's appropriate that I resign. Well, we're not going for that one. Okay. Well, we're going to have to go with we'll promise to bring silverware home. What's happened now? We were incredibly clear when agreeing the club's vision with you, but it's apparent that you're not interested in following it. I am. I just lost a game. As a result, we're not sure you're a good long-term fit for the club and ask you to consider your future with us. I've considered it. I want to stay. Where's that option? What have we got? I can see we're not going to agree on the way football should be played here, regardless of the result, so I have no choice other than to resign. Are they not happy with the style of football? It is a bit defensive. Well, we're not resigning. What's the next one? I'm going to hold up my hands and say the signings weren't good enough, so I'm going to step down. No, the signings have been great. I can't deny I failed to develop our younger players as much as I should have. I've given them a game. Perhaps it's the best that I no longer continue. I don't want to quit. It's impossible to deny I haven't led the team to an adequate level of performance. Therefore, I'm going to resign. These are all about resigning. I will tender my resignation effective. No, I will not. I feel I can no longer continue. I can, Gerard. I can. I feel the best course of action for all parties is for me to resign. No. Okay, give me an option that's not about resigning. The last thing the club needs is more upheaval. You should show some faith in me. That sounds like the kind of aggressive thing we would have said to Thomas Hitzelsberger, so maybe not. I don't know who you're going to bring in that is better than me. Well, Thomas Hitzelsberger brought in Zinedine Zidane, so that sounds like we might be asking him to rattle off a list of candidates that are all better than me. So if you sack me now, the fans won't be happy and will put you under pressure. Does that sound like the most conciliatory option? If you sack me now, the fans won't be happy and will put you under pressure. Think about the fans, do it for them. The other two both sound a bit like they are tempting him to sack me. The last thing the club needs is more upheaval. You should show some faith in me. I think he might just turn around and say, we're happy with the upheaval. I don't know who you're going to bring in that is better than me. I think he's going to turn around and say there's plenty of people that would do better than you. So let's put our future in the hands of the fans. Where's he gone? The fans will soon get over you leaving the club. So we have decided to fire you. No, we wish you all the best in the future and regret has come to you having to leave the club. No, we were doing so well. The wins, the form, the league, second. No, we've been sacked for the second time in a year, less than. Oh, why did we lose to Leon? Leon are a good side. Oh no. What do we do then? We go to the job centre, apparently. Are there any jobs to apply for? Lille, I'd like that job. Helmond in the Dutch second division. I can't even say. Katwijk. Union Sang. Oh no. Belgium second division. French second division. German third division. Oh, this is a disaster. We're going to have to holiday till some better jobs become available. We'll be back soon. Okay, we're back. We're still shocked. Still a little bit disappointed, if we're honest, but it's the 1st of March and we have got 2 offers of interview, and one of them interests us, if I'm honest. Klaus Leutner has invited us to speak to the Feyenoord board. I'm thinking we're going to attend that interview now. We'll do the Odense job in Denmark, maybe off camera, but Feyenoord wouldn't be a bad way of bouncing back. But I mean, we thought we were going to finish Border Adventures at Stuttgart. Then we thought, oh, okay, well, we'll at least finish it at Lille. I'm tempted to say this might not even be our last job in Border Adventures. Let's go for it. We're going to attend the interview. Hello, Klaus. The board are pleased you've taken the time to attend. There's a few questions. Okay. I'm glad you gave me the chance. Let's get down to business. Why have you felt it acceptable to apply for a number of jobs whilst employed by another team throughout your career? Well, because I was at Sporting Club Toulon and I really wanted to move to Luzerne, but I feel that's acceptable when you consider how long I've been in management. There we go. Would you agree your handling of the media has been mediocre at best? I send my assistant as often as possible. Let's say I haven't had any complaints. You've previously been embroiled in media controversies, citing your inability to command the support of your players. What can you say to address our concerns? Well, don't really know what you're talking about. That's very much the exception rather than the rule. Yes. How do you feel about potentially replacing a manager who was very much liked by the supporters? I don't know who it was. My record speaks for itself. I'm proud to say I've always had a strong relationship with the fans. Not at Lille, apparently. The board got rid of me regardless. We have been performing well below expectations. They're 7th in the Eredivisie. That's pretty low for them. And they're on their worst run of the season. Oh, excellent. Could you get this team back on track? I'm a motivator. I always adopt a positive attitude, and it's infectious in the dressing room. A happy squad is a winning squad. Sounds all right. I'm a motivator. We'd like to know, when do you intend to establish yourself? Now. Right now. Immediately. There we go. How would you feel about working... Oh, current director of football, Jonas Bolt. Fine. Never speak to him anyway. As part of the recruitment process, we are willing to allow you to request to change the backroom staff. I don't want to propose any changes. We have a little snoop behind the scenes. Our long-term vision outlines... Oh, goodness me. Well, this is where we got into trouble with Lille. What do they want? End of the current season, Europa Conference League, reach the final. Oh, I might still be in European competition. And Eredivisie qualify for the UEFA Champions League. That sounds like a long shot if you're 7th, but okay, I'm happy with that. We aren't in a position to set any expectations for you for the current season. No, I thought you just did. Let's move on. Okay. Are there any requests? No. That draws things to a close quite nicely. We'd like to extend our appreciation. Get back to me soon, Klaus. Okay, we're going to do OB offline. And maybe come back if we get a job offer. Okay, no job offers yet, but Lille have appointed my successor, Bruno Labbadia. He's not even that good. He's a perfectionist. He's German. Hitzelsperger was probably involved. A pal of his. Ever been involved with Stuttgart, have you? Oh, hello. Hello. Stuttgart's former manager. Twice. Pal of Hitzelsperger. Hitzelsperger's been involved. All right, where were you most recently then? Where were you? You were at Hoffenheim. And, oh, you've gone straight from the Hoffenheim job to take this one, have you? Okay, so you at least weren't sacked in your previous job. Okay, how are Lille doing without me, by the way? Where are they? They've dropped to 3rd. Hate to say oh, hang on, look at this form here. They went and lost 4-1 to Lyon and then... All right, so they lost 4-1 to Lyon. Not a great performance, though, was it? Koufré with the goal. 3-1 to Guangdong. Big Dave, Tino, Koufré. Oh, Koufré. I am going to miss Koufré. He'd look great in a Feyenoord shirt. I know what you're thinking. Okay, let's play on a little bit more, see if we get that job offer. Okay, we're back, and there's been developments. We've been offered 2 jobs, both on the same day, but I think it's pretty clear which job we should take. We went for the Odense job because at the time it was the only one available, but a wage budget of 200,000, a transfer budget of 4.3 million. This is not really a team that's set up to compete for domestic honours in Denmark. So I think it's out of the running, but the Feyenoord job looks pretty tempting. Transfer budget of 46 million, although I'm not sure I should be trusted with a transfer budget. Interestingly, it's the same weekly wage as Odense are offering, so it's not a king's ransom to go there, but the wage budget is much higher, but still, that's 500,000 less than we were spending at both Stuttgart and Lille. But I think Feyenoord might just be a bit of a cushion to the blow of being sacked by Lille. Are they still in Europe, by the way? Let's have a look. They are. They've got a Europa Conference League second knockout round tie against CSKA Sofia, which feels winnable. They're not on a great run, though, are they? They've beaten Vitesse Arnhem, but a draw with PSV. They've lost to Emmen, drawn with Groningen, lost to Heerenveen. This is not a team that's in a particularly good situation, is it? What's in their squad? What have they got by way of key players? Abdullahi Raki, a commanding goalkeeper. I'd like a commanding goalkeeper. 6'2". In fact, look at some of those stats. He's a beauty. Oh, he's way better than we had at Lille. Oh, and he's wanted. I bet he is wanted by those big clubs. You're not having him, he says, talking like he's the manager. Who is the captain? Ab van der Meulen, a striker who's quick, who can't finish and is a coward. But, all right, there might be something to work with. Vice-captain Stephen Dora. Oh, look at him for a pacey winger. He's a dribbler. Look at the first touch. He's Thai as well. Stephen Dora. Okay. Is there anything else of interest in this squad? Oh, it's a little squad here. It's a little tiddler. Oh, they're playing a 4-3-3 with 3 central strikers. That is an act of desperation. They've got an Argentinian, though. Oh, he's real. Maximiliano Romero, attacking midfielder. All right. Some of these look like they're on my shortlist as well. All right. Ard Schmidt, centre back. How many games have we got left in the table? We have got, what's 34? Is that 8 games left? Is there not some kind of league split to the Dutch season? What's going on here? Where are the rules? Oh, this looks too complicated to even comprehend. All right, let's just get back to the schedule. Where are you? Where are you, Feyenoord? Okay, have we got enough games this season to do something? It looks like it. It looks like we might be able to climb the table a little bit. How far are we off those higher positions? 41 points to 52. Oh, a long way back. Maybe 5th place is doable. 4th place, no. But there's a budget for the summer. There's a bit of time to get our feet under the table. There's a European competition to try and win. All right, Europe's 3rd competition, but we are going to start negotiations. We're not going to haggle over wages, but come on, a 3rd year? Give us 3 years. No. Do we push it? We don't. 2 years. We're in. Okay. That, I think, was not the episode I thought we were going to come up with. After beating Paris Saint-Germain in the Cup, I thought we were doing pretty well at Lille. I didn't see the sack coming, to be honest. I didn't even think when I lost the quarter-final to Lyon. I didn't think for 1 second that was going to cost me my job. I don't do well at the big clubs, it would seem. So what have I done? Taken over one of the biggest clubs in the Netherlands. This probably ends one way. Another sacking next season. But then Football Manager 21 will be out soon and I can skulk back to some minor club with semi-professional players who's grateful to have me. Apologies for getting sacked again. This is getting a little bit more farcical. Who would have thought Island Dreams would turn out to be the save that brings more success than Border Adventures? But we've got at least one more shot at it. Netherlands, pretty big league. Could we beat PSV? Could we beat Ajax? Could we be crowned Dutch champions? Could we experience a little bit more success as we continue our Border Adventures?